Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be discussing a very important topic in Java or in Spring Boot, and that is JPA, Java Persistent API. So in order to manage the database from object itself, so all the entities, so the mapping of your object with your database table, that is done through JPA, so Java Persistent API, make sure that you have your code first written, and those code, if you talk about the entity, so if you have to create a class, you have to define all the columns, and those columns will then convert it into your relevant tables. All the database operations that you need to do, you can do using this JPA, Java Persistent API. So again, persistence means storing the data permanently in the database, and all the different operations that you want to do, you can do using this JPA. So using this API. So it's not a framework. JPA is not a framework. Basically, it's a specification, and it comes under this ORM, Object Relationship Mapping. So how these objects are related to your tables, how these whatever entity you are creating, whatever the fields you are creating, how those are mapped to the columns of a table. So it is based upon this ORM model, object relationship mapping. Through this, like uh, all the work that is to be done for the database, we can manage it using our classes, using our object, and these objects are again mapped with the relevant tables. So this is again an integral part if you are going to work on Spring Boot or Spring. So in Spring Boot, again, JPA is you can add this JPA in your pom.xml, and then you can do all the CRUD operation. So again, if you talk about role of ORM, so JPA is fundamentally on ORM, Object Relationship Mapping. ORM is a programming technique that allows developers to convert data between your object to the relational database. Again, these two are very different things. Creating an object and mapping those object fields to relevant table columns. So that was a very difficult things, and again, it is made very easy using this Java Persistence API. Now, it's very simple. If you want to create, or if you want to do the mapping of your object with your relational database, first of all, we have a lot of annotations that this JPA provides. So in order to make sure that a particular class will be mapped to the relational database or relational database table, we need to make sure that we are using the proper annotations. So for annotation related to your tables, we use this @entity. And if you want to create the fields, there are a lot of other annotations. So if you want to make any field primary key, so in order to make that, we have to use the annotation @ ID. So the moment this migration is done, this relational mapping is done, automatically the fields that we are creating. So suppose we are creating any class user, so we have to make sure that we are just providing the proper annotation. So it will be an entity, and within that class, we need to declare all those variables. So suppose we want to declare name, roll number, email. So all those things, they will be mapped to the table that will be created using this GPA. So we have entity, we have entity manager, and again, using these entities and using with the help of JPA, working with database, it's very easy. We can do all the different operations, right from creating the tables, database, inserting values, deleting values, updating values. Those all things can be done using your objects. So objects are directly mapped to your relational database using JPA. So this is basically the concept of JPA, and it has make database operations using your object very easier. Friends, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching this video.